in that slot. Now, when caffeine parks in the adenosine receptor slot, nothing really happens downstream of that receptor. The receptor can't engage the normal cellular functions of making that cell and you feel sleepy. So the reason caffeine wakes you up is because it blocks the sleepiness receptor. It blocks the sleepy signal. And this is why when that caffeine wears off, adenosine will bind to that receptor, sometimes with even greater what we call affinity, and you feel the crash. You feel especially tired. Now, I'm not here to demonize caffeine. I love caffeine. I drink it in the morning and I drink it in the afternoon. But I'm one of these people that either because of my tolerance or because of some genetic variations that exist among people in terms of their adenosine receptors, I can drink caffeine as late as 4 or 5 p.m. in the evening and still fall asleep just fine. Some people can't have any caffeine at all or can't have any caffeine past 11 a.m. or else their sleep is totally disrupted. All of this has to do with the relationship between adenosine and these adenosine receptors, genetic variation, things that are very hard to find out except experimentally, meaning each of you needs to decide and figure out for yourselves whether or not you can tolerate caffeine and at what times of day you can tolerate caffeine in order to still fall asleep easily and get good sleep. So rather than demonize caffeine or say that, everyone can drink caffeine until late, you need to figure out what's right for you. Caffeine has a lot of health benefits. It also, for some people, can be problematic for health. It can raise blood pressure, etc. Caffeine increases this molecule that's a neuromodulator that we call dopamine. We discussed this in episode 1, which tends to make us feel good, motivated, and give us energy. Because, as you may have learned in episode 1, dopamine is related to another neuromodulator called epinephrine, which gives us energy. In fact, epinephrine is made from dopamine. So let's just take a step back and think about what we're talking about when we're talking about sleepiness. Sleepiness is driven by increases in adenosine that happen naturally. Caffeine